Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 6 of Mark the Deletion. Today's episode is entitled Artificer. And who would like to recap last session? Now that you've all taken a turn, it's a free-for-all. Who's it going to be?
Free-for-all.
Free-for-all, eh?
Can anybody remember what happened last session?
No, I think Rico's got to do next week.
You tell me where we started.
I think I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a big session for Vulgo. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
The last three were pretty.
Ironically, the least amount of notes on the last episode. So the notes I have say that we. Oh right, I sent my wallet back. That's what happened last week. So we went back to the Kaiser to let him know that we did a job well done. And he treated us to dinner and a live torture show. But Vulgo tried not to partake too much. Vulgo also signed his patronage contract with the Kaiser. So now he is a warlock of the genie, a fire genie, a 3T to be exact, and learned a little bit of magic. And then we were sent on our way. And I was also given a lamp. And the guy that the Kaiser was torturing was a drow. But we didn't really know anything.
Beautiful, dangerous
about
drow.
him. Yeah, as they deserve.
Just like the guy in the monorail.
Yeah. And then we headed back to Collusion to report back to Eliana, who says she'll have a job for us in a couple of days so we can chill for a little bit and get our bearings. She also sussed out that I had some foreign magic about me, but due to my contract, I was forbidden to say anything further, as was my team members. They weren't allowed to say anything either. And the only other thing I have left on my notes is that I met a robot that had a human consciousness inside called Lex, who was really nice, but despite loads of other people having machine parts in them, she's a bit ostracized in the collusion. And so I hung out with her for a bit, showed her my lamp, which sounds dirty. I took her back
to her head off.
And whipped out my lamp, and then she took her head off.
She didn't. Yeah, she didn't. She
didn't. But yes, I showed her my lamp, and I said that she could always stay on my sofa if she ever needed a place to stay, because she doesn't really have a place for herself. No, she's nowhere near dominating enough for Vulgo. She's too nice. But yeah, so we hung out, and then everyone else kind of did their own thing, and I don't remember what.
You don't remember anybody else's thing. So you spent time practicing downstairs in the basement, and Mike was there shooting his gun.
Yes.
And then you came up and met Lex. Mikayla, what did Paisley get up to?
I went to the bar and hung out with Kronks and the half-orc woman, the quartermaster, can't think of her name right now. Yes, Grelza. And just kind of talked with them a bit about this upcoming mission that we might be helping Aisha with. And also about the reward that we got with our little tickets that we would trade into Grelza the next morning.
I think Pell was also telling a story, no?
About a dragon.
Yes. And Pell was telling a dragon story. And gosh, we met so many people there.
You did. There was a large group of people chatting.
The dwarves were at a nearby table as well.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that happened is you found Aisha and Aegelon having an argument together.
Oh yeah, with her brother.
And found out that it was half-brother specifically. Same mother, different father. And found out that that the music stopped. And found out that he wanted to take over Aisha for her mission. He thought it was too dangerous for her. Pat, you got involved with some dwarfs, right?
Brozzig has just immediately joined gang life. He's taken to it. He's just like, this is his gang. He was part of a family before. He's found his new family, it feels like. And Ivan and Kogan just sort of told him about their tragic backstories. We kind of shared tragic backstories.
Mm-hmm. You made a promise as well?
Amongst each other. I promised Ivan that I would help him get revenge on someone that killed his friend or his brother. Can you unlock his things so I can write?
It is unlocked. I just double checked. Oh, was it Kogon who's not unlocked? Ivan's is.
They're both not unlocked for me.
Okay. Close them and reopen them.
Okay. Then we exchanged backstories, drank all night, drank some grandmother's brew. What did we call it? Grandmother's finest.
Yeah, grandmother's finest.
Old traditional. And then we woke up and Pell and Brozzig trained with swords and sticks in the morning. And Brozzig learned that he was nothing, but he already knew that. So he was told he had to eat a healthy breakfast if he wanted to keep training with Pell.
Yep. And Rico, what did Oleg get up to?
Well, Oleg, I believe, joined Del at the bar and heard all of Pell stories and met all the peoples. And then I believe, basically at the end of our conversation, I was approached by Alia, who is one of the forge rights or one of the craftsmen at the Collusion, and was basically invited to come use the workshop alongside the other two, who are Grelza, who we met, and Goran, I think is the other one.
Yep. Goran is the very old dwarf, if you remember.
Yes,
when
right.
He was also the person who had his finger on the pulse of like the city life. He was consulted with. He's got a sort of mental connection to XNet, and that was why he was called into your meeting originally when you came to the conclusion by Eliana to see if he knew anything about Focus, which he thought about, and then when he connected to the internet, he immediately no longer the issue, basically. Yeah.
And he's no longer in the field. Somebody mentioned that at some point.
He's very old. He's very old. Not only not in the field, but also not really doing much in the way of Artificer. Alia and Grelza do almost all the work now. Cool. And it was arranged that you would workshop in the morning. But we are going to pick up slightly before that. We had... Brozzig had an excellent bowl of muesli, which is basically... is that right? Did I make you
basically,
I did, right?
Basically sawdust, yes.
Basically sawdust, exactly. And the rest of you would have gathered around for a regular breakfast. But after breakfast, I think it's fair to say that we would find you in the Collusion. No, not in perdition. Let's not send you to perdition. That's kind of a bit harsh at this particular moment in time. Where's my Collusion base? Here we go. You sort of heading down to the hatch where Grelza is usually installed. She told you she's got a morning shift in, and you'll be able to go and exchange your tokens. Who do I want to pick on? Pat. What is Brozzig exchanging his token for? She sort of holds up a bunch of items and offers them all to you. I did list them off at the end of last session.
Yeah, he looks at it. He says, "What is this tiny pouch here? Is this what is this?"
She sort of looks over and 5 uses in that. It's Dutch. It's Dutch, apparently. It's dust of sneezing and choking.
So it's better than I've been throwing sand in people's faces. You're saying this is better than that? Make them cough.
Can be. Real good distraction if you want to make off with someone's stuff.
No, I mean, I mainly want to make off with my own skin, but yes.
Oh, yeah, that too. For getting away, yeah, it's great.
Great. I will throw this in someone's face, and I will think of you, Grelza. Thank you.
Right. He looks over your shoulder and sees Paisley and sort of down. And, what about you? What you searching for?
Paisley, her eyes keep being drawn to this sleek black coat that looks like a manta ray, but she says, no, it's too impractical. I'll get the rope.
Rico, was it you that was obsessed with that when you got it?
I wasn't obsessed with it. You just gave it to me, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna use this shit."
It's amazing.
Yeah, but you You described it as quite detail. Was that treasure rats? You had one. It was.
Yeah,
like,
I had one in
it
treasure.
was very
Rats.
elegant on Elmore, and we talked about it hard
I had it recut.
Yes, but it never actually got to be useful until like section
hardly,
30.
yeah.
That's my fear.
So what are you taking?
And I was a skeleton anyway, so I didn't even need to breathe.
Yeah, there was
like,
that.
All it did was just propel me through the water. Yeah.
I am intrigued by this humble-looking spool of rope that you have on the wall.
Oh yeah. Have you seen a rope of climbing? Is it that one that has feet on it?
Oh, gross! Don't tell me that.
I don't think it is, right?
I don't think so.
There's a rope somewhere that has feet on it, and when you throw it out, they march in line and can heave heavy objects.
Wow, that's
super creepy. But it's just a rope of climbing. It just helps you to climb. And she'll especially without your without Brozzig, you'll need that. I'm sure Pat will return shortly. I'm not actually sure at all, but I'm hoping. Yeah, there he is.
You were correct.
Cool. You can. He's taking over the DM role. Anyway, you can take that. She's
Thanks.
good choice.
Sorry
she
about
looks over to you, Oleg. What about you?
Yeah, Oleg's been scanning the wall, and he recognizes a pair of goggles that he once saw being worn. I can't remember who was wearing them a couple of sessions ago, but Oleg questioned.
I think you might.
Oh, it was Dell's friend. It was Hetty. But these, I'm sure, look a lot cooler.
She could see invisibility, which is very cool.
Okay.
But dark vision is pretty good too.
The goggles would have enticed him anyway. He would have been like,
yeah, they look pretty cool. And Grell will tell you they double up for welding as well. They can be eye protection too.
I can work on my crafts in bedroom at night.
Yeah, I get it. I've got a pair of these. I hadn't already seen the dark, but they're super helpful for protecting your eyes.
Yes, this will be very useful.
And she looks over to you, Vulgo. What about you?
I will take the one that is labeled Wonder Binding.
Oh, yes.
Yes, please.
Keep it in place. Remind these, it's still limited use, yeah? 5 charges. All you get, is that 5 charges? It is 5 charges.
It's daily.
No, it doesn't. No ones do that in Mark Deletion. It was stated
very,
very clearly. All ones have 5 charges, no recharging.
Well, the same goes for this one here, and I'll pull out the wand that I got, this wand of Viscid Globs.
Yes, that's 7 uses, I think, and then it's done. I can't recharge ones at all. It allows me to give out much more powerful things.
Awful 5 charges.
Well, 5 uses of whole person at your level right now is pretty fucking sick.
Well, except it's not, it's 2.
Oh,
it's 2 charges.
No, it's got 5 casts in it.
5 charges for hold monster.
It's 5 casts of whichever spell you want from it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes, I will disappointingly take that one.
Yeah.
It is free. It is free item. You don't need to be ungrateful.
It's not free when you exchange it for something.
Yes, Brozzig was satisfied with a bag of sand.
Yeah.
Sorry, a magical bag of sand.
Well, just because someone's satisfied with a bag of sand doesn't mean that I should be. It's fine.
You can learn a lot from the humble Brozzig and Del.
Cross just looks past you.
Humble rope.
Cross just looks straight past you and like, "What's up, Kieran? What do you need?" And it just allows you guys to have your argument further down the corridor.
No, we're gonna block the line again.
Last time, Ship tried to skip to the front of the line and got in trouble. Okay.
We want Stanford line cutters.
Yeah. Nevertheless, as you guys head off with your items, we will follow Oleg. You know where the workshop is. Harlia told you, and you can head on down there.
I will make my way. I'll sort of like adjust the goggles that I've just acquired on my head and head on in. Sort of like tap on the door before I poke my head in.
Yeah. You enter into a sort of smaller area. It's sort of a production area, if you like. And I'm just going to put you here for now. I haven't got a proper thing for this because I looked for a workshop and everything had like the weirdest shit you've ever seen. So I was like, no, I can't be doing this. So I'll just say that. And you see Alia, her back to you, looking at a sort of patched up robot.
Is she like working on it? Or
she is. Well, sort of. She's sort of stood back, her hand on her chin. She's got a wrench in her hand. She's sort of. No. Damn it. And she sort of smacks up against it, and then sort of the robot is sort of four-legged creature that shuffles back a little bit. It's a very patchy creature. It looks like this. Oh yeah, okay. For spoiler alert, that's its name.
Good. Alia, you need to
help. Hey! Maybe.
Who's this fella?
This is Scoot. This is my first proper creation, beyond a little small thing. He's all mine. He's meant to protect me when we go out on missions and stuff, but right now he can't protect anything because his arm won't come out. And did you see either side of the head are those two, like, twisty bits? There's meant to be two arms that come out of there, but right now they're not working. She sort of looks over and, you want to help me work on him?
Well, sure, why not? It'll be fun.
And then he sort of leaps out and zips on top, and when he's done, can I ride him?
He's not mine, then you have to ask Alia here.
Yeah, you can ride him, little man. What about you? Are you working on anything? She looks to Oleg.
Right now, no. We just got here. Just taking some time to settle in, get used to everything.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, so I think the first thing we could do is work out if this is a defunct gristle. And she'll sort of pull out a copper wiring and she'll point across the room. And can you grab those screws there?
I will go and fetch them.
As soon as you go to walk, she sort of, whoa. Wait. You can't... And she summons a sort of spectral hand in front of you. You can't do that?
What the hell is this?
It's every workman's best friend. It's a cantrip that you must have some magical ability. Let's see whether we can teach you. And she sort of teaches you. This may chant have a verbal component, does it? It's just somatic.
I think it's just somatic, yeah.
Yeah, so she'll show you like the little hand motion. And
no, there is verbal.
Right, verbal. Okay, yeah, and she'll teach you like a little saying, little word, and a little gesture, and get you to try and emulate. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
The dirty 20.
Let's go.
Yeah, you try a couple of times, and then your little mage hand sort of turns up, and Lenny immediately swings down and tries to give it a high five.
Holy shit. This is amazing.
That's very useful. It means you don't have to walk across the room to get the screws.
Well, honestly, I was thinking of actually just sending Lenny to no, this is much more useful. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't carry much.
And I will immediately sort of like practice and try to...
And the reason she hasn't mage handed it is she's kind of bracing the back with the mage hand. You couldn't see it before, it was just behind it. And she's using that to sort of... And she puts this coil of copper in. And then when she does so, the arm sort of comes out and then just flops down limp. Like, absolutely flat. It doesn't seem to have any movement of its own.
It seems something is... some interference circuitry, perhaps.
Oh, maybe. I tell you what, if you don't have any magic, then you don't... Wait a second. And as she goes to walk out, Goron walks in, sort of on his stick. Morning.
Morning, Goran.
Oh, you're alright. You're coming down to work on the... to do some work down here, are you?
No, just having a look around. I was mechanic back in old job in with Focus Tech.
Oh, yeah, the company don't exist, right.
Right.
Yeah, I can... you do mechanics, I can get you to work on one of our vehicles at some point.
Perhaps, yes, that's what I did back there. But, I always wanted to branch out on my own.
Right. And suddenly bursting back in, Alia behind him, sort of, hey, I got you this! And she just hands you a thing. It looks like a glove. And I don't have a name for it, so if you want to give it a cool name, you can give it a cool name, because I'm calling it the Gadget Glove.
The Gadget Glove.
Because I didn't have anything better, right?
It's a power glove.
It's a power gauntlet, I don't know.
Am I too old? Is that a too old reference? NES power glove? Anybody? No?
Yeah, it's the NES power glove.
I know of it. Go Gadget.
No, never?
No, I have no idea what you're on about.
Oh, man.
I'm of an age
Thank you,
for it,
Rico.
and I
Thank you,
think I just missed that moment. I had a SNES, but not a NES. Anyway, we can look that up in a moment. But it's got all sorts of like whirling different coils and stuff on the back, and she was like, Goran made this with me a long time. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that'll do you well good.
What is
Sort of anything
like
you want,
protection
really.
or
It's just it's powered by crystals. We'll stick it on and we can see whether we can do something with it.
I will.
As you put it on, give me a dex save.
Uh-oh.
Oh, save. A dex save, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an 8.
An 8. Yeah, this sort of whoop of force comes out of it as you put it on and just pushes you back flat against the wall. And she said, "Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, just tap your thumb to the knuckle of your second finger, just like that. Yeah, okay. That just like that. Right, that's great. And the force stops. You're meant to use that to slow yourself down when you're falling.
Oh, interesting.
You can use it other ways too, but it's usually that's quite good. Like a little slow down of force.
How high a fall were we talking now? Like
high as you like.
Or excuse me?
High as you like. It sends out a little bit of air pressure below you. I think that will just last until you hit the ground, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. I'm just double checking. I don't know. Maybe it only lasts 60 feet. But yeah, so you've got this cool gem in it that does a little pressure field downwards.
This is all too much. I have to work this off or something.
Yeah, you can help me with Scoot, and then there's definitely some work on the transport to do. And that's kind of long and arduous. I'm gonna need you for like 3 days, so don't worry, you'll be paying it off. But I can do everything that does now.
Glad to help. Yeah. Thank you so much.
There's 5 crystals in it right now. It could do so much more, but we haven't got any more crystals at the moment.
Crystals.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Like, electrolysis crystals.
No, it doesn't work electrolysis at all. So long ago, the Goron's clan actually, quite a long time ago, there was a crystal mine they had. And these crystals can be used to focus certain magics. We can also store a bit of magic in them. Last time we went with Kronks and Goron, but it's a bit dangerous getting there. Some decent transport, we could get pretty close. If you ever wanted to revisit it, it's abandoned inside, no, totally safe, but it's a little way across the wilderness. And I don't think Goron would let us take a Helix transport, but Kronks might have something we could use. And then, like, it would mean loads more tech for the Collusion and for you guys, if we could revisit there sometime.
Well, I am friendly with Kronks, but a friend of mine sort of burned him a little hard.
You mean you rejected him? That happens all the time.
Yes. Really? All the time?
Yeah. I rejected Kronks
totally
once.
okay with it because, I got the feeling he was hurt on the inside. He's made of machine, but he still has feelings, I think.
Sure, but I don't know, unless he chose someone else, it's not a big deal.
Well, you seem to imply he had many patrons. So, I mean, followers.
Oh no, just he has lots of people try out, but a lot of people don't stick with it. He's kind of an oddball, Kronks, But anyway, we could definitely.
Oleg is a little bit distraught right now. He like just had this vision of Kronks as like the coolest guy and had like all these people like at his feet. That's so sad. Sorry, go ahead, continue.
Kronks is a good friend. But hey, you can have a drink with Kronks. He'll feel great. And if you ask him to help you on a mission, like he's a great guy. He loves a bit of action. Kronks, he always delivers.
So he says.
And he does, almost always, except when his vehicles break down and we have to go out and rescue him. But that's not all the time.
I've had
and
to
that's
do
our
that
fault, not well exactly, as have I and as did Goran. But that's our fault, right? The transport's breaking down, and well, kind of. I think people are sabotaging. But anyway, just a heads up, that quest is on Alia's page now, so you don't have to worry too much about keeping track of them. I will try and remember to do this. For most of them, they will have their shit in their GM notes, so I just have to paste it over.
I've added a few.
Cool. I appreciate that. But you sort of anyway, like I said, it's got a couple of other crystals in it at the moment. And the one I was just talking about, you were talking about electric circuitry. That blue sapphire on the third knuckle. If you put your third and fourth knuckles together and point your fingers forward like you're ready to rock, and like just like that, and as you do so, a shock of lightning jolts from you into the machine, and you see this arm sort of pick up a little bit and then flop down.
What happened here?
You're right about the circuitry, but... Gordon, could you take a look at this? And he sort of... Oh, alright. Comes over and inspects it for a while, and... Oh, your wiring's all wrong, girl. Why don't you give it a go? Green to green, blue to blue, red to red, it's not all that hard.
It's usually how it goes, no?
The problem is you can't see what colour's what.
Try it out, and I'll lower my new goggles anyway.
Nice goggles. It's not dark in here though, but give it a go. Maybe they'll protect you when you get shocked. And you can give me an Arcana check as you try and re-circuitry. And while you're doing that, I'm going to leave you on that Arcana check and ask Paisley, what the hell are you doing this one? After breakfast.
What am I doing after breakfast? Well, I mean, Paisley's probably taking it easy now that we're finally not running for our lives. I would probably go take an after breakfast nap and then just kind of maybe wander around and see who I run into. I might check out the game room.
When you do arrive at the gaming room, you can hear a frantic argument going on inside.
Okay.
You see Baxter and Bex, and you do know they're a couple, by the way, having like a massive argument with each other. And he's like, no, it was my turn, and I was going to take it out to the right, and it was going to be absolutely fine. And then you dropped it. And then, you can see Dylan sat, he's like lying on his back on a sofa with his feet like up the wall. And he's sort of got his hands on a game controller, but there's nothing he can see. It's all in his mind. There's a large screen on the wall, and you can see "Game Over" written on the screen in big letters. Bex and Baxter are having this massive argument, and you can see like Kaylee sat at the other side of the room, sort of looking really awkward, and just kind of like watching.
I'm going to casually stroll in and just sit next to Kaylee and also look awkward.
She looks over at you. Oh, hey, how's it going?
What's happening? What's all the hubbub?
Well, they were playing co-op mode on Super Skirmishes, and there was a bet, and Baxter, they were doing this thing where they have to carry the tray across, and Baxter dropped his side. And
what?
Baxter said to her, "Don't you get involved! I said to her I need to take it for a minute. I haven't. I'm going to do my meditations." Baxter just storms out.
Oh wow!
Bex sort of looks over and you want a game?
Sure. What
Skirmishes co-op?
What's the bet?
Oh, it's Baxter really wants to help Kronks out. He's looking to collect the.
Who doesn't? Am I right?
Well, I don't.
Well, Vulgo, I guess. Also.
Vulgo? Oh, he doesn't like Kronks?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, basically, I want Baxter to help me break into the medical university, and he wants me to help him bring down a monster in the wilderness for Kronks.
Wow. Those both sound exciting.
I bet him he'd screw up, and he bet me I'd screw up, and well, he screwed up. And the problem is that he's not all that sneaky. So I was gonna break in, but you know what? You guys, I don't mean this rudely, but you look kind of plain. Like you could be students. You were dressed right.
Thank you.
They don't like people with all the tech, you know.
Oh, yeah.
She sort of gestures towards, like, not only does she have different, like, cybernetic implementations, she's also got, like, a huge tattoo on her neck. She's got, like, different bits of machinery underneath her. She's got a big tattoo on her right arm, which says "Raise the Rebellion."
Yeah.
And on the other arm,
is this Bex or Kaylee?
This is Bex. And on the other hand, it's on the other arm. It says "Give him hell." And she sort of looks at you and, if I told you what I need, I don't suppose you'd visit the medical university for me, would you?
I mean, sure. What?
I'll still be super grateful, and I can give you a bit of a reward. I've got something pretty cool that I've got a couple of spares of.
Listen, I'm not above breaking into a.
No, you won't need to break in. You can just like
institution.
wander in, like just looking professional. You know,
Oh.
a bit of suited and booted. You guys will look fine. You haven't got any of the all this.
Yeah, as low tech as possible, you might say.
I heard. But I hear you're also pretty good at games. You want to play?
Yeah, alright, I'll play. I'll consult my my squad, but sure.
What? I like that. Go ahead and give me a performance check with advantage to play Super Skirmishes.
Boy, performance. Okay, let's do this.
But with advantage.
With advantage, that's an 8.
An 8.
I'm not good at this game.
She's sort of like, oh, not your thing. That's all right.
I'm a little rusty.
How about Splash and Blast?
Okay,
that's a shooting game,
let's
right?
try. Yeah, that's more my speed.
Great. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Are we?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Good.
That's a
Okay.
17.
Great. She's whoa, you're good at this. Katie sort of is now like looking over your shoulder, and you notice that even Dylan has put down his controller and is watching a little bit. Okay.
Well, not as good as some people. I glare at Dylan in a friendly way.
I'm not all that good at this one. This is a bit more arcadey. I struggle with that. No, there's less tactics and more reactions. Aim, and you seem really, really good at it. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Well, yeah, this is kind of how I spent my free time after work. So, yeah, thanks. It feels kind of good to do something a little normal around here.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
And if at any point you want to get yourselves killed, you can join Baxter and I trying to kill a monster in the wilderness.
I was dying to ask, but I thought it might be.
You're more than welcome to come with us, but we've got our eyes on this. No, sort of. We're looking for a. It's a quilt. Let me just check it. I can't remember off the top of my head. No. This thing, thank you. I want to call it a Quetzalcoatl, but that's a completely different monster.
Cockatrice?
No, you won't have it. It's my creation.
Oh wow!
And I've just forgotten the fucking name. I know it begins with Q. If that helps.
That doesn't.
No, I don't think so.
We're just gonna call him Quincy.
Oh, why? Come on.
Got a friend who named his son Quincy.
You can't search only one letter.
No.
Ironically, one of the monsters I've created is Paisley Delgado.
Oh, how cute!
Spoilers.
Yep. She's a monster.
Well, she's a stat block. It is a Quilldog.
Wow.
And a Quilldog has little spines around its neck. It's like a devil beast, and it can shoot them out at you. It's poisonous, but like as long as you stay behind, it's pretty cool. It looks a bit like a large iguana with heavy set muscles, but it's quite quick.
You said you're going with Kronks to do that?
No, we're going 4 Kronks. Kronks needs
Kronks
needs the lifeblood for the monsters. We were going to head out, a few of us.
Wow.
Bax will put together a team. if you guys want to be honest,
That
then
sounds exciting and terrifying. Where do these kind of things even live? How far out of town do you think I'd find a, what did they call it? A Quetzalzoc?
It's in Baxter's
Quetzalzoc.
sheet. Baxter's thingy page.
Quetzalzoc.
Max knows all about like hunting beasts and monsters and stuff. Like he can teach you loads. If you were a ranger. Side note, I don't know how else to give you the warning that is, if you're interested in Monster Hunter, that is the route you'd need to go.
That was kind of enticing me just now.
Yeah.
I will, that sounds very cool.
So I kind of want to be subtle about some of these, but like if I don't give you a list some false information, you might not have a clue. While you're playing games, we will turn to, I nearly called you Ivan. You might be with him, but we'll turn to Brozzig.
I mean, is Pell still putting him through his paces? Or is he?
No. So you push through your paces, then you had breakfast.
Okay.
He's not interested in you until tomorrow.
I think he would be looking to hang out with his one of his two dwarf buddies. Whoever's around. Probably Kogan's probably a better conversation than Ivan. It seems like, so he's probably looking for Kogan.
Yeah, okay. And you will find Kogan in your favorite place.
All right.
Where there is food and drink. Kogan's kind of sat back on at a sort of low slung coffee table. And he's got an open folder on the desk and like papers all around him.
Brozzig comes up and he's just like still like drenched in sweat from his training this morning. And now that breakfast is over, I do have a beer in my hand. He says, "Yes, Kogan, you seem quite busy. I've been meaning to ask you. Been crazy past day. I think we've only been here for 1 day so far.
This is your third day.
The third day. It feels like many days. What exactly is it that you do around here? What do you do for the Collusion?"
Mostly this. And he sort of nods downwards at these piles of papers. And so, when the Collusion drop a job, we think about like who it might affect, how it might affect them. Most of our jobs are causing financial disruption. I'm not so good with the numbers, but I'm good with the people and thinking about how things might go through. I sketch up missions. I drew up Aisha's mission, but also simpler stuff like transporting. He's basically logistics, if you like. And he's got lots and lots of things going on, but he's like, right now I'm trying to work out how to move 100,000 credits without anyone noticing.
So you're not just
moving.
moving
Numbers, not my thing.
People and equipment. You're moving money too.
Well, maybe, or maybe we're buying equipment and then moving it and then selling it to ourselves, or selling it off again. Maybe we could look like a transport company, but then sell it and take the money else. I'm lost on the details. I need to move 100,000 credits without anyone noticing.
I mean, is it something we can physically move?
We need the credits for a bribe.
I see. Who are you trying to bribe?
That's the crux of it. So, this is Olgen Hansen, and he'll point over towards a thing. And no, that's not right. It's not Olgen. It's OJ. He's just OJ. Sorry, OJ Hansen. Name
Wow.
I can't give you the picture because it would give a big spoiler.
Okay.
And
Is this gonna be another future situation, or
a little bit. He's definitely different.
He's been reincarnated in the game.
What?
R.I.P. Odie Simpson just died.
Jay Simpson, man? Come on.
What the fuck is that?
Oh
Okay,
no,
never
no.
mind. Never mind. Let's
I must
move
have
on.
heard this. I must have heard this noise
We don't
somewhere.
have the time.
I must have heard this name somewhere, and that's how he came up with that name. Oh, God, am I really that?
Oh, that's amazing. I guess it's not that far-reaching.
It must be like I must have just heard it
Didn't make it.
somewhere.
No,
in my
it
head.
is far-reaching.
This was
Lives
all
in a cave.
everywhere in the 90s.
He was like the biggest football player on earth, and he killed his wife and
American football?
led the police. Yeah,
Yes.
led the
I
police
don't
in a
think I
Ford
could name you
Bronco.
a single American footballer in the
No,
He's
but
not the
O.J.
most known-
Simpson is like
He
huge.
was also in the
Because of the
Naked
murder.
Gun movies. He was in the Naked Gun movie.
He's not
Like
famous for his
Nielsen.
football anymore.
Okay,
No,
but,
yeah.
but I probably heard the name somewhere, and that's how this name came about.
Gotcha.
But I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know that it
we'll
was a
see.
thing.
I want to see his picture now so badly.
My bad. He doesn't look. He doesn't look like.
You don't know, Jay.
I can guarantee you 100% he does not look like an American footballer
What if
or
he
any
does?
other human.
He's
Okay, good,
probably
good,
a
good.
ghost or something.
Anyway, it's OJ
Intentionally,
Hansen.
James.
Yeah. So what is so hard, Kogan? You just get this guy's not going to kill you. He's not murderer or nothing, right? He's like a normal guy.
Oh, that's funny.
No.
I'm sorry.
So, OJ Hansen is a scientist. He works on alchemical solutions. And specifically, he can create a sort of liquid silver that can be applied over certain devices and help us with accessing.
Oh, so you're going to give him bribe, and he's going to let you in on the secret formula, give you some.
Oh
of
hell
his-
no! But he might allow us to. He might look the other way if we use it.
No, if you things go out back door of his company, you look the other way, type of situation.
Oh, without letting you into too many details, there's it's a sort of need to know kind of thing. Then honestly, I don't have all the details. We need the silver to do something else. But if we use it, he'll know that we used the stuff we bought from him, and so he can bring it back to us. We've already bought the stuff, but now he wants 100,000 on top to basically say, we've done it. The problem is that the only place we've got money is in Ford's accounts, and well, Ford's dead. I mean, he's not. You know that. You met him, but
Yeah, we
he's
did
dead,
beat him.
according to everyone else. So, moving his
So
money.
that money,
it has
that
to
money
be
is
logical.
trapped.
Kinda, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I do. And
You're right. I don't. This is above my head as well. I do not understand anything. With that.
Well, it might be up to Eliana. I might have to ask. Alternatively, we could try and free up some other funds, but that means doing some work, and that's never anybody's fun. Especially when we're doing mercenary work. That's not really our shtick.
No, corporate espionage and fraud and whatnot, wire transfers. It's a whole different ballgame. It seems like here.
Sure. As well as all the propaganda-y stuff. That's the main thing. But it's weird. Everybody knows the name Collusion, but no one knows where we're based. No one knows what we do, and yet we have to advertise and recruit people. So it's like hiding in plain sight. It's a tough one. It's a real tough one. Is that a beer?
Yeah. It's
beer
training
doll.
is over. Training is over.
And he hands you this sort of little tiny black pellet, and he'll tell you to give that to our friend the bartender, and he'll give you a couple more beers, one for you, one for me, right?
What is this pellet?
He's addicted to them. They bounce. And it's literally like a little tiny rubber ball that just bounces off the
what
ground.
this is?
It's like a little bouncy ball. It's a toy, but it's just tiny. There is no purpose to it at all.
This is like one of your drugs that we know. Okay.
No, he literally just he literally just he likes to play in his free time.
Okay. I am not one to judge. I'll bring him tiny bouncy ball. Sure. I'll be right back.
And when you get there, the bartender is playing with a yo-yo. he'll be very excited if you offer him a bouncy ball, and he'll give you 4 beers. 2 each.
Wow. Very easy to bribe.
And then he goes, but like he's a robot, so it looks really weird, and nothing comes out.
I give him a wink, and take my 4 beers.
He will reach up and close one of his eyes and open it again.
Yes, very good, very good.
But yeah, you can take your beers back to Kokon and Vulgo. What's the going on? Excuse me.
I think after Vulgo reluctantly eats a small breakfast, trying to
real
trust the food of
Good, like that.
I think maybe just a small plate of fruits and crackers.
Fruit and crackers, what a mixture.
Yeah.
Love that.
Why does he live like this?
Just things that you can't easily
together?
Poison.
So I can ask in character, Vulgo, why do you live like this? We got
I don't.
You were sat at the breakfast table together while you're watching him squirrel away his fruit and crackers.
I don't live like this, but they're the least easy to poison.
It is why you are so skinny. You are skinniest orc of all time. If you ate real food, you would be bigger.
No, I've always been like this.
Because you eat like tiny bird, not big orc man.
You see Grelza shove like a whole half burger patty with an egg on the back into her apple. Yes, see?
Exactly.
She sort of flexes out her shoulders.
Well, I respect your commitment to not getting poisoned, and I give Vulgo a somewhat condescending pat on the shoulder. And then go back to digging
I
into
bruise easily.
Because you don't have enough iron in diet. Exactly. This is our point.
Yeah, I don't sit here criticizing you guys. I could, but I don't.
Good. What do you got? Criticize us. What do you give us your best shot, Vulgo?
Leave me alone. I get up and storm off.
You know, I stormed off again. I go back to eating. I have a huge mess at my table.
But I think I will, after being completely publicly humiliated. I will take Kai with me to the training room and to keep practicing on my magics.
Okay.
Nice.
When you get down there, it's pretty busy. Lots of people training, doing different things.
I kind of picture it like it's like in the Hunger Games when Katniss is training.
Ooh.
It's very like that. Yes. And you see different people training. And one sort of comes and stands over near you while you are training, and he's sort of, hey, you do magic?
I try.
Cool. I'm practicing too.
What can you do?
Mostly stuff with fire. It doesn't always go well.
I can do something with fire if you want to see.
Yeah. Let's use the short range, and I'll show you. I'll take you to the 30-foot range.
Yep.
Whether a target's up, and he's like, "Well, I can do this," and he fires a firebolt into the ceiling, somewhat near the target.
I think just lower it down.
Yeah, it never seems to matter. I hit the target last Wednesday, or last 7th day.
I think it's where your hand's pointed.
Yeah, I just sort of... I mean, he just fires it off and it goes into a wall. He's like, I'm practicing. Anyway, you said you can do a fire thing. Show me?
Yeah, I look down at my hands, and then I'll look towards the training dummy, and I'll mimic the gesture with one hand that my genie showed me, and I will use my one and only spell slot to cast Dark Flame Binding. Damn it! Wow. Charisma, you say? Uh-oh. Is this against being paralyzed or restrained?
No.
Okay. That is a 23.
As
Nice.
you send out this fiery blast and use your spell slot, just moments before the flame reaches the target, you see it briefly transform, not into the drow, but do you remember the man that was kneeling, that Luvon was going to torture?
The devil, yeah.
Robinson.
Oh,
Helpless
Robinson.
and kneeling down. You see it briefly transform into him in your head, and you see yourself like wrap him in flames, and you sort of panic for a moment, and then it's just the target. Maybe it's just a horrible thought you had.
Oh no.
Are you the monster?
Yeah, how I kind of picture it is that almost like a small pod, like a fiery plate appears below the target, and then these like red and black flames start kind of like two. They don't look like serpents, but like two serpents like spiraling round and up the target as it like consumes them. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, as I do that, I'm like exhausted. I'm like,
Oh, it takes
well,
a lot out of you.
I think that's me for today. I'm like that Gwyneth Paltrow meme. She's like, well, guys, that's
And
it. It's time for bed.
You're exactly what you're talking about.
I'll show you it later, James.
Okay,
It's
great.
fine.
He sort of turns to you and, we train together sometime?
Isn't that what we're doing now?
Well, sure, but you said you were done for the day. And we've
Oh
only
no,
been here
I
10
just
minutes.
I just need to. I don't think I could do that again.
Oh, right.
My
yeah,
magic's
but
not normal.
You could do what you were doing before, your thing.
I can do that. And I'll
Maybe you
fire
can show
off
me
an
how you're
Eldritch
aiming.
Blast.
Give me a roll to hit.
Yes. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, as it sort of strikes near the center of the target. Oh, you're already quite good at that. I thought you guys were meant to be like the guys without much power or tech and stuff. But
This is this is newly found power.
right. Okay.
I think you just have to make sure that you like. I don't think I have as much recoil as you. I think you just need to like maybe aim slightly down. That way, when your hand jolts back up, it's then in center.
Right. Yeah, I'll give that a go.
At least that's what I always heard Paisley
Looks bad.
say.
Hey,
Her room was next to me, and she was always shouting that at her teammates.
got too much recoil.
Got to account for the recoil.
Yeah.
He rolls with advantage and gets a 6.
Oh my god, it's just not helping this guy.
Yeah, it sort of shadows off. I think I'm just a bit nervous. Maybe I don't
Let's
know.
send him to the optometrist.
Maybe
next.
I need some new books.
What do you have to be nervous about?
The irony.
Well,
I know, right? Who is Vulgo to talk?
when I discovered my magic, it was a bit sudden. My parents kicked me out. I am.
Are you a sorcerer?
Oh, I don't know. I've got some sort of innate magic, I guess. But I was 11. My little sister was 8. And I set fire to our room. It was pretty bad. My parents forgave me for that, but then I went and got practice and training and everything, and still, every now and again, it's just something happens that I don't mean to happen.
Oh, is it like, is this magic not, is it not easy to control? Is it wild, perhaps?
I don't know. I was meant to take formal classes, but I never got to it.
Well, can you try and cast something more powerful or more complex?
No, this is the only spell I know, but sometimes other things happen too.
Okay. Definitely wild magic. I was trying to edge him into rolling on that table.
Oh, there we go.
No, I think you might realize that maybe what he is an untrained wizard. He's got some magic, but he wants to really learn, and at the moment he's just a level 0 wizard who just keeps randomly burning shit.
Subclass not obtained yet.
Exactly, but spell half known.
Yes.
Yeah. I was trying to convince Aisha to help me go to this place, but it's probably too dangerous. I don't know.
What place?
So he sort of gets a little bit excited, right? And he sits up.
I take a
stands
step
up
back.
a little bit, and he leans back on the edge of the range, and he's like, "Right. So basically, I read this book once about a pretty powerful wizard. Actually, he was kind of cool, and he had his own tower outside of the city. It's not far outside the city. It's only a little way. But some people say that maybe it's like it still holds like old magic and secrets, but everybody like no one's interested in old magics anymore. Everybody's always interested in like new technology and new stuff. But I think like old magics could be really interesting and really helpful for the Collusion. I keep trying to convince people to come with me to visit it, but nobody wants to know them.
I wonder if finding old magics would put me in better favor with.
Better? You said put you in better?
In better favor.
Okay, favor.
With, like Vulgo's muttering this quietly to
No,
himself.
but you muttered it so quietly I didn't know what you said.
I'm a method actor.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, my ass. Christian
Just showing
Bale.
up green skin soon, yeah.
But yeah, I just I don't know if you're ever interested. I think we could discover some really cool stuff, and you got magic too. You know.
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
His name's Kostak, if that helps.
Kostak. That's his tower.
Is somebody editing Newton already? No? Great, okay.
No.
I will paste it in. My brain just went blank and I forgot what the fucking town's name was. So it's just outside Tetris, and apparently it's this old wizard tower. There's lots of myths and legends about it, but like people just aren't interested in old magic anymore. They're all interested in new techs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna visit.
Yeah, I'll let you know, and then I'm gonna like run out of the room and like round the corner.
Okay.
And then take
You just sprint away from this conversation.
Yeah, exactly. It was coming to an end anyways.
Right. We'll train again sometime together. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I like turn the corner and stop, and then I take my lamp out, and then I just Mikayla, can you like I need to talk to you. I'm just talking to the lamp.
I'm 99.9% sure I gave you a way of contacting him that wasn't the lamp.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't you have a talisman? Like a
I
talisman
gave you
or
like
something?
a little
was
talisman
it?
thing that he chucked you that went around your neck.
Okay.
And you can just touch it, and you can literally speak straight to it.
Okay,
It's like
retcon
a
that.
flip phone, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I will
Put the fucking
take.
lamp down. You're
I
confusing
will.
everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
I said, put the fucking lamp down. You're confusing everyone.
Yes. Retcon that. I will take the talisman now. Mikayla, are you there?
Yes. So quickly you come in contact. What is it you need?
Well, I was wondering. First of all, thank you again for the power you've given me. I appreciate it. I was wondering if perhaps there would be more to gain from my side. I've just been informed that there's a Kostak's tower that's got old magics in it. Is this something you would care about?
If you found something interesting, you could buy my favor with it, sure. I do have a task for you in the next week or so, but for now, I could spare you. Try not to die if you visit. I hear it's trapped.
Trapped in what way?
Oh, nothing too major, I wouldn't imagine. I'm sure you could handle it if you take some friends.
Okay, I'll let you know, and then I hang up the call immediately.
You were told by Newton it might be trapped too, but he's very sure that it's within your grasp, and he'd be very interested in stuff that you might retrieve from there.
So you run away from your third conversation of the day.
Yes, I'm really reluctant to say goodbye to people. Yeah, and then I'll just.
Oh, go on.
I was just going to say, and then I'll just go off to find people to talk to them about this.
We will return to the Artificer. Oleg, we left you, I believe, attempting some circuitry, and I asked you for an Arcana check about 7 hours ago. What did you get?
It was a dirty 20, another dirty 20.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Love that for you.
Yeeky.
I can't believe I chose the music for Mikayla, and Josh literally spoke to him for 3 sentences. I went all the way down to find that. And then 3 sentences later, you hung up the call and ran off. So you're able to work the circuitry back together. And she sort of looks over your shoulder and that's pretty good. And the arm sort of slowly moves up. But then it starts sort of like doing this. Just constantly doing this. And she's, oh, maybe some residue magic. Oh, the glove. Use the glove. And she'll say, like, the last thing I put in there, it looks a bit like a diamond. It's the clear crystal on the side.
Right.
So just take your hand and make like a little circle like this and put it over your eye. Might be a bit bright at first, she says, way too late, as you like literally you stared into a laser beam. And as you look around, everything at first is sort of this white light. And then slowly it fades down a little bit and you're able to make out different bits of light. So just a reminder, when you detect magic, which is what you're currently doing, it will detect all the technology magic too. So you're seeing different bits of electrolysis in the light on the ceiling, in the lamps on the walls, in the robot in front of you.
Magic flowing.
Exactly,
basically.
It's all over the place, lines and everything. But you see this sort of blue swirling dust sort of moving around his arm. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, and this is always how we're going to do detect magic, by the way. I'm not ever going to give you the school. I think I did put this in the homebrew ruling somewhere. Instead, I get you to make a check, maybe 2 or 3, and we work out what you can work out about it.
It's 21.
Great. So you see this residue magic, and it looks like it can almost be sort of brushed away. It looks like some of the electrolysis has been sort of spilling out from some of the other things, and this latent magic has been seized onto by this robot. It's almost like it just needs to be wiped away or dispelled.
Something's leaked here, yes.
Right, residue magic. This one's probably a little. No offense, it's probably a little much for you right now. Here, let me. And she takes out what looks like do you know those handheld vacuum cleaners? It looks a little like that, but it's got this really high spinning gyro at the center of it. And as it begins to go, you can feel like it's almost trying to take the gauntlet off your hand. It's sucking at any magic. And you see that dust straight into it. And it actually pulls some out of, like, through the body and back out from the other side. And then she sort of looks, do you want to work on the circuitry on the other arm? And this thing's kind of hard to control. And she sort of, literally, it starts like, doing this. And she's going to be taken over backwards by it before Goran just sort of puts his hand, like, solidly on her back.
Absolutely.
Can I help? And then he sort of swings down and lands on the other arm with you.
Of course you can, Lenny. Show me what you can do.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, so you can assess what he's doing.
Oh, wow. 19.
You know that he's doing really well at first, but then he's like, I can't quite reach. And he just doesn't have long enough limbs for
digits.
Anything. Yes.
Yeah, I will help. I will help with whatever he's trying to accomplish.
So you can just get the last 2 wires out, and then he can hook them back in together. And he's like, yeah, we're a team. Where's that hand?
And I will manifest the hand.
Yeah, and he will swing down and give it a high five.
Hey.
We're the best. You've got some cool magic in that thing. And you learned some cool magic, but like, am I gonna get any cool magic?
Well, I don't know, little man.
It'd be really cool if I could do this. And he does his little spark. But like you did, like, over there.
Like over there. Well,
like, not next to me. He wants to not be melee range, basically. Wants to range attack.
Well, we'll work on it. Not quite sure exactly how right now, but I think that we can do something.
We could build one of these, but like our version, like a cool version. He gestures towards Scoot.
Oh yes. No offense to what's her name again? Alia? Alia?
Yeah.
No offense to Alia, but this Scoot looks like he was put together from scrap found down here.
He was.
No offense.
No, none taken. He was put together from scrap. It's kind of the point of the project. But Goran's got some like really cool like modern metal and stuff. If you want to do your own project, I don't mind helping out occasionally.
Absolutely.
Might take you a level and a half.
I was wondering, you guys go through quite a lot of shipments of materials and such. You don't go through any high-tech robotics parts from the big corps?
They have some. Goran looks over and I've got some work for you to do. If you want to come and have a look, I can give you a bit of a tour. You might see some of the high-tech parts that you were talking about.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you ever worked on a helix transport?
Have I? No.
You've seen them up in the sky, but they're super rich. They cost like $1 million.
I only work on forklift on factory floor.
You just come with me and I'll take you along for a walk. You see, me, I made this. And he gestures and he like taps himself. He's wearing this like metal suit of armor. And you can see he's got like little hovering boots. He's got a little contraption on his arm. He's got like little fists that can extend over his fist to punch people. He's definitely an armorer. He's really, really pretty cool with his suit. But Alia likes to work on the set stuff. You should meet Grozer as well. I mean, she does some cool things too.
I've met her. She actually gave me these goggles on my head.
Right. We talk to her when she's not at work in the workshop. She can show you some of her forging. She's pretty good at blacksmith's forge. But let me take you along here, just in here, and take a left. Go on, you open the door and you head on in there. And he points.
I'll use the mage hand to open the door.
Showing off.
And as you do, he puts the code into the wall. That'll let you in, as this is locked. Come on, do the thing. Right, can we go? Thank you. And as you open up, you see this like vast, almost like corridor. There's like tracks in the center, which look like they're there for like a transporter. You'll see helix transports all along the top. You've got little flying pods. There are cars all over this place. There are sort of like super bikey things down the side. And he'll lead you over to one of these cars. They all look super futuristic and very fast. And you'll be like, right, it's this one down here. The door's not opening properly. If you want to come along. We have got some proper tech.
Like walking very slowly, just like.
Oh yeah, I told you, proper tech parts. That needs to say that the likes of you and I don't get much of a budget to actually make things for ourselves. But I'm sure I can hook you up with some proper parts if you need. But in the meantime, this door here, it's not working. And he'll show you this car with a sort of old Lamborghini, there's a flashy Lamborghini fold-up side doors, and one door comes up, and the driver door just goes, and just stops. Alia was showing you all that stuff with the fine finickety stuff, but this is just a job for a bit of good old dwarven muscle. While I'm at it, try and make sure the wiring all stays together. He'll gesture for you to like take off the little panel, and when you look inside, give me an Arcana check with disadvantage. I think you might have advantage naturally. Is that correct? To understand how something works.
As for the inventive?
Probably inventive feed.
No. No advantage.
I'm sure you had a thing. But I'm guessing it's not there. What was it that gave you that? Anyway, yeah, you can give me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Mhm. Still a 23.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a 19 and a 16 on the rolls.
He is the prodigy.
So as you
Truly.
as you sort of look at this and open it up and assess the wires, you realize that what he's about to do to wrench the door up is going to rip like half of the wiring out.
Hold on, be careful, please.
Right.
There is very fine wiring work.
Yeah, of course. Modern technology and all of that. But the door's stuck. We just give it a little pull and...
Well, I'm sure there is a way to finesse this, no?
Give me a persuasion check.
It's a 12. I'm gonna roll this inspiration dice.
I'd do it.
This D8. Life must be understood backward, but it must be lived forward.
Wow.
Amen.
true.
Let him break it and then work out what to do with it.
So freaking true.
It's a 15 on the persuasion.
Okay, cool. He sort of looks over and... Alright, you might have a little bit of a point. If you just put that wire in there, do you think you can disconnect it? Here, I'll... And then he sort of leans over and he helps you twist off a little panel. And then you see this spinning little tiny diamond, electrolysis diamond. You've never worked with these before. Wow, we're taking off.
This is some hype-ass repair work, man.
Well, it is. It's sort of like, it's the music that's blaring in the background in the Collusion. Like,
hard,
do you know when you
play
ever...
hard.
Exactly. You know when you ever go to like a garage or like a any place? Is that what you guys call it when people fix things, right? It's the garage as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Or like the workshop, yeah. And you always they're always playing their loud music. They've got their girls' calendar on the wall. Exactly. This is the loud music that's playing.
Yep.
And you just see this tiny little spinning diamond, and it's sort of almost mesmerizing. It's a little beyond your capacity to not necessarily understand, but you've got no way of manipulating it, no way of doing anything with it. And whereas you've always worked with structures and mechanics and items that make sense, this is just magic at its purest. And I'll say you've probably still got the tech magic up as well, and you can just see little tiny, infinitely small and minute, almost like 1,000-sided 3D shapes of lines of magic just constantly exuding.
Yeah, I think
from this
Oleg might be a little hypnotized. He's probably just sort of like staring at this, not really saying anything to Gorham.
Oh, right.
At the moment.
Not had much experience with electrolysis yet. An amazing thing, isn't it?
Yeah, not like this. No, only theoretical. I'm not quite sure what to do with this.
I see. Alright, lad. Well, all you've got to do is hold it in suspension. You summoned an hand recently, didn't you? Alia showed you that.
Yes, I can do this.
Just wrap your hand around it and pull it out. Power will go down. I'll wrench it and we'll avoid shocking ourselves to death, and hopefully some of the wires won't come out. And we'll rewire it and we'll put it back in. Should be nice and simple.
Sounds like a plan.
And you hold this in suspension. He sort of wrenches it up, and you know, I could use a proper apprentice. Alia and I, we don't really see eye to eye all that much.
Why
You
is
do
that?
want to learn. Well, she likes some of the more old-fashioned technology, and on top of that, she's an experimenter. She likes to try things out and then see what happens. I more like to learn by the books, and do things a bit proper. Slow and steady advances. When you get to my age, well, I suppose you won't. Unlikely, but in general, when one gets to my age, they've learned a lot in time. No offense intended. It's it's a natural way of things. Although it's
Not
changing
taken.
now. Lots of humans live in hundreds of years, aren't they?
Yeah. So here,
That is true.
I'm what do they call it? implantless myself, actually.
Oh yeah, I did hear something about that. I've got quite a few, you know. I'll tell you what though, if there's one piece of modern technology I want to explore, fantasy life, you know. What I do to spend 24 hours in there, you know what I do with it? And I've asked, I know that it could do it. I'd spend a day with my wife. She's been gone nearly 100 years now.
That is a noble sounding thing.
I just need someone to look me up. It is expensive for a day or two, you know. One day, I'll make it. We don't earn.
Oleg lost a little bit of respect for Gorham, but then he gained it back when he said that he just wants to see his wife after.
He wants to spend a day with his wife.
He just keeps thinking about that fucking guy.
Which guy?
The guy who was in fantasy.
Oh, the addict.
Jeremy. No,
not Jerome. The actual guy who's I have
a spokesman.
He was like the longest person in fantasy life of all time.
First person to spend a whole year in there. Let me just open up Goran for you and move that quest over.
Give him our coupon.
Thank you.
Oh, you do have a coupon, don't you, actually?
Oh, I was just about to put that.
Oh, sorry, did I just fuck you? On the,
what?
On the edit?
No. You're good. Yeah, we do have coupons.
I sort of looks down at his sort of old weathered hands and might not have all that long left, actually, to be honest. But in the meantime, if you do want to learn a bit about, you know, proper old school artifice and a bit of the modern stuff too, I can show you how to make one of these at least, a version for yourself. You'll pat his big armored chest and
I'll poke at his armor and be impressed by it, and sort of be like, I may take you up on that offer, Gorham. I do appreciate. You know, I must say, everyone down here is so nice.
Well, perhaps the ones you've met.
Well,
it says.
Regardless, it's a refreshing change. You know, I spent my life day to day working and surrounded by my housemates. So, not there's anything wrong with those. Nothing wrong with my housemates, but you know,
we're a special breed, our techies.
Yes.
Like to spend more time up in here than out there. And I will say that I think the reason why you're finding nice people at the Collusion is because it's people who want to do the right thing, and there aren't many of those out in Acacia these days. Maybe that's why. Anyway, it's about time for lunch, don't you think?
I'm famished.
And he'll lead you up to the canteen, where you will see Dylan and Aisha sort of gesturing wildly at the rest of you to come and join at the table. Suggesting that
as I rendezvous with these three, I'll sort of be like, so what did you all learn today?
Okay, I will show you. Here,
Let us share.
Oh, wow.
I hand you a banana. So here, hold this out in your hand. Okay.
Before instead of holding it, I'll take it with my mage hand and float it towards me.
Oh, okay. Wow. You can hold it in mage hand. That is okay. Okay, watch this. Pell taught me this move. Okay, do not hold on to banana tight. And I want to try to disarming strike him. I pull out my my quarterstaff and try to disarming strike him.
Give me the rolls. I think
it is a strength. It is a strength saving throw.
Oh, what's the mage hand's strength? Does it have a stat block for strength?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Probably not very much.
It can hold 10 pounds.
It can hold 10 pounds.
No, I know that.
Not very strong.
Okay, so we'll say he's got 6 strength. Give me a just a d20 and we'll do the modifier.
Sure.
Scaffolding.
Oh, I tried to roll. I tried to roll it.
And then you're crushed by scaffolding.
It's a nat 20 from the hand, I guess.
Wow, the hand
I'm
is
so sorry.
So I think you need to actually click on the plus to hit.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's.
Have a look.
I don't know.
We've had this problem with staffs before.
Really?
Yeah. That is correct.
What the?
nothing is where it's only letting me show what it does. I can figure that out after. But,
Maybe reload.
if you rolled a nat 20, it's not really gonna matter.
It's just a quarterstaff, right?
I mean, I don't know that I would have tried to like.
I'm just trying
move
to show
away.
off. It's not-
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I
no, I
don't know
get
that
it,
I would have tried to like
but
move away.
just
to,
give me a
like,
D2. Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, you strike out. None of your weapons are working.
Well,
You
the D20 was to hold it as steady as fucking possible.
Yeah, you strike out, and you see this sort of mage hand quickly just adjust a little bit because you rolled a 10, which doesn't hit much. It does hit some things. Probably hits all of you, actually. But I guess the hand sort of lowers it down ever so slightly and just takes the banana and knocks it out halfway across the canteen. And sort of across the canteen, Pell just reaches out an arm and catches a banana and looks over at you.
Wow.
I see. Yeah, I see. I was paying attention.
Imagine that was a finger.
I saw your ale. He gives you a wink.
I drop down and start doing push-ups.
But
God.
as the four of you convene together, you've learned to hit stuff with a stick. You've learned to reconfigure the electrics of the inside of a car and summon a mage hand. And Paisley, you beat level 7 of what was it? Not Super Skirmish, it's the other one. Splat and Splash.
Something.
Splat and Blast, that's the one. Splat and Blast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which is, of course, a huge achievement in itself.
Equally important business today.
Vulgo learned the functionality of the necklace he's been wearing for the last 24 hours. But also, of course, about this tower. As you convene around the table.
But before we go, as Vulgo explains the necklace thing, I'll be like, so does that mean that he can just hear us whenever he wants?
Almost definitely.
I immediately take it off and put it in my bag.
You should put some tape over it too. So they can't see us also.
Yeah, I wrap it in a sock. I put it in a sock. In a spare sock.
I love that.
Brozzig ping scaffolding at you.
I'm just trying to get it to work. It's not. I'll figure it out later.
Yep.
But yeah, as we get together, I'll say to everyone, do you guys think maybe we could go and explore someplace just outside of town?
What's got your interest, Vulgo? This isn't like you wanting to go explore.
But
usually you're just wanting to stay inside the room reading books all the time.
That's not the only thing I do. But I am on a very interesting chapter, but I'll tell you about that later. Basically, I was downstairs. The training room is downstairs, right?
I think so, yeah.
James.
Yeah.
Okay. I was downstairs trying to practice with my magic, and I was talking to this guy called Newton, and he was saying how he's learning magic, a different kind of magic, and that he wants to go to Kostak's Tower, which is just outside of town. It could have some old ancient magic, which could be cool for us, but I was also thinking that maybe fuck, what's my genie's name?
Vikasa.
Thank you. That Vikasa might also find that interesting, and so I contacted him, and he said that he would, if I found something for him, that he would make it beneficial for me, which would only ensure my safety still, and hopefully would make him what was it again? And I take out my copy of the contract. Not deliberately harm me or through purposeful inaction cause me harm.
So you want to put the rest of us in danger for treasure hunt?
You can have some old magic too, Brozzig. I never said you couldn't. Maybe we could get you a new magical mop. One that self-cleans.
I will never mop. I will never mop again.
Wow. But you love mopping.
Who's gonna clean the floors?
It's not my job. I look around. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen anybody mop floors yet.
Maybe that is your job.
Maybe it is, but not anymore.
We're new here. We're at the bottom of the totem pole.
Vulgo, it's going to be quite dangerous outside of town.
No, not
Yeah,
necessarily.
you know what?
Yes. Have you ever been outside the borders of Tetris
If
before?
you want to hear about
Well,
danger, you know who has something fun and dangerous to do? Bronx.
I don't think we should help Kronks.
What about Kronks now?
I love that guy.
I heard he's got some folks, Bex and Baxter.
These don't sound like real people.
I know. No, those are definitely fake names. But they're hunting some kind of monster for him. Out in that wilderness. Maybe it's near that tower you want to go to, right? We could get someone to come with us if you want to check out that tower.
Well, Newton would come with us. I could also ask Lex if she wanted to come. She's a really cool cybernetic person. She probably wants to get out of here too.
Well, you know, speaking of Kronks, actually, I was speaking to Alia down in the workshop, and she mentioned that Kronks and Goran, way back when, used to go down to Crystal Mine, find hefty pieces of crystal for tech, but you know, since Goran had gotten a little old, there's nowhere to go. So if we like, we can ask Kronks to take us there. Although I know that not all of us have greatest relationship with Kronks. So perhaps we save that one for down the road. Let things blow over. My thoughts.
What do you think about this wizard tower?
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Sorry, what was that, Pat? Last question?
I was talking to Oleg. What does Oleg think about this wizard tower plan of Vulgo's?
It seems like this will work out in Mikayla's favor a little more than anyone else's, but if we can somehow...
Mikayla said you might find something of interest to him. I will say to you that Mikayla's only going to be interested in particularly super cool stuff, so anything that's slightly less than super cool is probably still pretty cool to you guys.
That's subjective.
Who gave Vulgo that mission again? Was it
Newton?
Lex?
Newton.
Oh, Newton.
Yeah, so he'd come with us. But I was saying I'd like to invite Lex with us if we do go.
I mean, listen, this Newton, he seems new here. We are new here.
It's got new right in the name.
Aisha was sort of like,
new
oh, Newton's been here for years. He's just not very good at anything.
Oh, wow.
So
But he has been wanting to go there for like so long.
Why don't you go with him,
I'd back you guys up if you wanted to take... Because there's always so much going on, but I'd back you guys up if you wanted to go.
Wow.
I mean, if Aisha and Newton are willing to come with us, perhaps it will be...
Maybe in exchange for a shopping trip?
I mean, we can go shopping anytime.
Just a reminder of where I want to go shopping. Oh, no, not there.
Oh, right. She wants to go shopping in Perdition?
Well, we do want to go. We do want to go visit the gun guy, Gats.
Yeah, that is where she wants to go. On the sort of like, it's called the upper highway, so it's not like super low petition. And she'll basically say to you, they've got some like serious upgrades, but more to the point, they have some really cool like piercings, and they have a tattoo parlor, and some really cool vintage stuff, like some old vintage tech, and yeah, I just I've been 3 or 4 times, and every time I've always got a handler with me.
So you just
like Gorm or Gorm. I just want to go with like the guys. Yeah. Although if we're heading out into the wilderness, maybe we should take Gorm, or maybe someone a bit less pressing.
Aisha, how long do you think it would take to get to tower and back?
I don't know where it is. So that might have something to do with it. I think Newton's got a map. He thought it would be like a 2-day round trip.
Okay.
Maybe 3.
Wow.
But it all depends on what sort of transport you can secure, and if you want proper transport, you're going to have ask Kronks. Maybe it's time you made amends.
You know,
this could be a good way to make amends. Especially if you help Baxter out. And if you've got Baxter with you, then, you know, you've got proper backup. He's pretty cool, Baxter. He's really...
Yeah, he's a great fighter, right? We saw him training, right?
Yeah, Baxter's pretty good.
Wow.
It seems we have no
how
shortage
was
of
your
things to do.
day, Brozzig? What'd you learn out here?
I mean, I showed you. I knocked the banana out of his hands. I am learning. I am learning. To train mind and body.
I saw you getting chummy with those other dwarves last night.
Oh, we talked about tragicness of dwarf life.
Oh, typical dwarf conversation.
Yeah, Ivan, he wants some help with revenge, kind of revenge. He's got family issues,
Classic.
Yes.
Well, I won't intrude on dwarf.
No, I mean, I promised him we would help him, of course. I mean,
we're already doing that. Okay.
No,
cool.
It's going to happen. Maybe not right now, but to help out family.
Well, good to know.
As you guys are discussing what you can and can't do, we're actually going to take a short break. We're back in 10. Hello and welcome back to the second half of Mark for Deletion. Our group sat at a table in a canteen. And thus far, they've discussed the different side quests they got. And Vulgo, give me a perception check.
Perception, you say?
I do.
I will give myself guidance.
Not sure that makes sense in this instance, but fuck it, why not?
Yeah, this is 50.
Do you see it? Wait, let me just check.
Yes, I squint my eyes.
Okay.
He's always just nervously casting guidance on himself.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you look over, you do see Lex sort of standing on the back wall. Obviously, she doesn't eat, but she sort of nose towards the canteen because everybody else is there for lunch. Because she doesn't eat, she doesn't really have a reason to be there, but she's sort of also noticing everyone else. And when she sees you, she sort of gives you a little subtle wave.
Yeah, I'll head over abruptly.
Will you go to her? You'll get up from the table and go to her, or you'll call her to you?
Yeah. I'll go to her.
Okay, she's sort of... Hey. Hello.
Hi.
You're eating.
Well...
Or you were...
apparently not eating well enough.
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that.
It's okay. I'm glad that I've run into you. I was wondering if you'd like to come with... What?
You've run into me? I thought...
Well, it's a figure of speech.
Sure, I more meant that I was coming to look for you. But, well, I suppose both ways. Okay. Sorry, you were saying... I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. I was wondering if you would like to come with me and my friends to investigate a wizard's tower. It's just out of town. It shouldn't be too dangerous, but if you have any special skills, that'd be great.
I can be of assistance. Yeah, there is a place I'd like to tell you about. I haven't told many people about my... Well, sometimes people look at me weirdly when I have feelings. There was something I was going to talk to you about. This is a strange place to have a conversation. She says, sort of standing up at the back wall, like looking out over the canteen. Various people are looking up at you and her.
Yeah, is he talking to a girl over there? What is Vulgo doing?
Do bear in mind that it is literally a head on a machine. She doesn't wear clothing. She is literally just machines and wiring with a head.
He sure does attract.
Appears to be a girl, yes.
Interesting.
She does not have body. Oleg, you've seen something like this before?
She looks a lot like Aliana down.
Alia has lots of augmentation.
They're not related. I thought they were sisters.
No.
Oh, I'm tripping. Never mind.
No, no. Alia is human. Well, she's not at all actually. She's elven. But she's got lots of like cybernetic implants, and she does have like metal on her neck of some sort. But no, Lex is absolutely.
Well, I misheard then. Yeah, I thought you were related.
She's making friends.
Alia fixes Lex. That might have been what you've heard. So when Lex's programming is not working, Ali is the only person who really looks out for her. So that is correct. But you will, looking at Lex, know that she is unique.
Or something.
She is one of a kind. But she turns to you and, maybe... Do you need to still eat? Could I...
No. No,
Oh.
I'm done.
Okay. Give me an insight check.
Okay, guidance.
Why do you keep touching yourself like that?
That's not how my guidance works. My
Exactly.
guidance
It's a
isn't an
touch spell.
actual spell.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's you chanting your affirmations is guidance.
I will succeed. I will succeed.
I got a 9.
I won't succeed.
Although, do I have a card I can use? I do. I'll use one.
You can sense that she is disappointed. The one who falls and gets up, that's you often, is stronger than the
got
one
an
who
11.
never tried. Do not fear failure, Vulgo, but fear not trying.
Oh,
Yes, I got 11.
Sounds like something
altogether.
Brozzig would say to
Yeah.
It turns out that all of these cards are Brozzig's phrases.
Yeah.
They're all dwarven,
Things that he's
saying.
said to us.
But anyway, you can see she's disappointed, but you're not sure exactly why.
What's wrong?
Oh,
You look disappointed.
no, it's okay. I thought you might still need to eat, but not to worry. We can talk
Or
somewhere else.
did you want to sit with my friends?
Well, I would love that.
Okay, I will lead her over.
And people do sort of turn their heads. Like, do you know that the girl that no one talks to in school that's suddenly being led by someone to a table? Like, everybody's sort of like,
By
"Oh,
the
who's
jock,
talking?"
you mean?
Yeah, no.
She finally let down
It's like,
ponytail.
it's like, who's talking to her?
Yes, I will lead her to the table. Everyone, this is Lex. This is my
Hey.
friend.
She sort of looks
Lex.
around almost like awkwardly and,
What's up?
hello, everyone.
What up?
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. I suppose that it is nice to meet you, too.
Yeah, you
gesture
friends with
for-
Vulgo?
Please sit
You
with us.
do see Aisha lean in and say something very quietly to Dylan.
Ooh. Can I hear what they're whispering about?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
With my baby goblin ears. That's a 6.
When she sort of quirks her eyebrows and he just shakes his head.
Ooh.
And he looks over and, hi Lex, you don't join them. It's open in here? And she said, well, I don't need to eat, and I didn't think that I was welcome.
Oh. Drama.
Well, you're welcome now.
Yeah, definitely, Dylan says, like, looking at you a little, like, trying to follow your lead. Well, thank you. Do you always eat lunch at 13:33?
Around that time.
It's pretty normal.
I shall
time
join
for
you next
lunch,
time.
Yeah. Oh. Nice.
I'll gesture for her to sit down.
Sure.
She sits very abruptly, so into the seat, like a
So-
machine.
Just like
What was you going to tell me?
Oh,
and then Lex said that she'd join us to the tower if we went.
well, I would love to. If
Wow.
at some point you are going out of Tetris, I don't know what you're talking about. I would like to visit the place I was made. It's an abandoned laboratory shortly out of town. About an hour's walk.
I look at Oleg. Does he seem interested in this?
Moderately.
It was a workshop for uplink. My creator was a scientist and experimenter for David Sorben. I know my experiment was a failure, but I have no memory of before it. Maybe there are some records there of me as a human. I was a human once.
Well,
Are you certain?
Yes, most certain.
you don't remember being a human, though?
No, my memories were lost. I remember the procedure being quite painful.
wonder what would compel someone to get this kind of work done.
I know that I was dying. That I was told.
That makes sense.
So I took the risk, but there was a good chance I would lose my memories, and they said maybe part of my soul, but I don't really know what that means.
Well,
perhaps if we are going, we could poke around. I had nowhere to go, and I got in some trouble.
Same.
Join the club.
Oh, that's good. It's nice to have something in common. It makes for friendship.
Exactly.
I was in perdition, and I stopped two people fighting. I thought that it was wrong.
That's good of you.
Well, I thought so too, but it got me in trouble. I was rescued by Eliana.
Ah, good.
I owe her my life.
Sometimes it's good to know when to keep your nose down and not get involved.
My nose down?
Never.
It's one of those figures of speech.
There are lots of those. I wish I remembered them.
Maybe you should keep a little notebook of them.
I don't need to keep notes. I cannot forget.
Lucky you, sister.
Yeah.
It's not always a good thing to remember everything with perfect clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't always sound good.
I'm sorry, I've said one of those things that makes people look at me awkwardly. You feel a disconnect?
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Quite alright. Quite alright.
Paisley, right?
Yep, that's me. And you're Lex. Is that short for something?
The full experiment's name was Alexis, but I prefer Lex. It makes me feel more human.
Cool. Well, Lex, what do you do around here?
I
The Collusion, I mean.
do some work for the Collusion out of town. I am permitted in perdition quite easily. And I cannot be corrupted mentally. But also I do some work in the walls to protect us. There is lots of wiring there and not much oxygen, and I don't need to breathe.
Interesting.
How convenient.
You work with electrics, or with technology, Oleg.
Yes, that's correct.
I could show you what it's like in there sometime.
Could you?
I could. Alia finds it most fascinating.
I would like to see this one day.
Then you shall. Perhaps after lunch.
I hadn't thought so soon, but sure.
I'm sorry, are you busy after lunch? Another time is okay too.
Well, actually, Lex, we were all just deciding on what we were going to do for the rest of the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She goes quiet and sort of puts her arms on the table, and you'll notice those of you who have a perception of 10 or higher, passive, will notice that her pose is identical to Aisha's. As if she's studied it, double-checked it, and then put herself in the right place.
Yeah, looks good. Looks correct.
Continue as you go. What are you doing?
Well, gang, what's the plan?
Well, actually, I wanted Aisha. What do you know about Baxter? Is he the type to play well with others? He seems a little.
Baxter's a team player. He's he's a bit odd sometimes. He does this meditation thing.
Okay.
He's super into Genasi stuff as well. That heritage and secrets and stuff. He has these crystals that he meditates on and stuff. So he can be a bit odd, but he's great person to have on your team. And really competent in battle.
Cool.
I trust him.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. So, we want to help Vulgo with this tower situation. Aisha and Lex.
I would.
And maybe Baxter too. And we could hunt a monster on the way. Get in good with Kronk.
So you take Aisha, Newton, Bax, and Baxter, Lex. And then the four of you would go to the tower, potentially via hunting a monster. And if Lex would request it, you might pop into that laboratory on the way.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that plan.
Do we like that?
Aisha sort of... I can't do tomorrow, though.
Oh, got a date?
No, nothing like that.
That's cool.
I'm sorry.
We can spend another day here hanging out.
Anybody who wants to and who thinks they might understand Aisha might give me an insight check.
I'm proficient.
I understand woman's heart.
Mm-hmm.
I have a minus
That's...
2 to my insight.
Oh yeah, insight. Oh, that's just an 11.
Doesn't want to roll. So.
I have to get a d20 out, man. A real dice.
13.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
Sorry, 15?
13.
13. Yeah, both of you note that she looks sad, a little despondent, and maybe slightly anxious about it all. There, it rolled.
It took literally.
Oh,
15
amusing.
seconds.
Yes, she looks sad, despondent, a little dejected, but not particularly forthcoming.
I'm not gonna pry.
Brozzig's not gonna push either. He's not the type to push.
But she's available the day after. It's just
Okay.
I mean, Aisha, there's something we can help with. I mean, we do, you know, we are part of gang now. You know, anything we can do, we are here for you.
She sort of looks at you and it'll be a year tomorrow since my ma died.
Oh.
I'm so
Me
sorry
and-
to hear.
Sorry
Me
to
and
hear
Egelon
that.
were gonna... Thanks. We were gonna go visit a place she used to go.
Oh.
Yeah, they're called the Sky Gardens. Ma used to love them. They're free to visit. They're on top of Solvard Pharmaceuticals. Lots of botanical plants and stuff. And
Quite convenient.
yeah, it was a place she enjoyed. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But I'm free the day after.
You should
Great.
honor your mother's memory, which is what you should do.
Agreed.
Thanks.
What was her name?
Fuck you, Pat. Like I have that prepared.
Fuck you, Brozzig. Of course, Brozzig is gonna ask. Brozzig is a
Of
mama's
course.
boy.
Like, why would I not have that prepared? Well, I do have a list of names, though I just don't have it open today. She's Carolina. With a K.
We shall have a drink for her.
Drink in her honor.
Uh,
You read my mind, Oleg.
sure, maybe.
It is how we honor the mothers and our ancestors. In
Dylan is sat there going behind like Aisha, just like stop. But nothing. Aisha just sort of, yeah, or something like that. Ma used to really like nettle tea.
We will brew
Do
some
they
of that.
serve that here?
Oh yeah, we can get some down here. Yeah, that'll be nice. And she liked family and friendship before. Well, yeah. Anyway,
Nice. Well,
She sort of nods firmly. And... Thanks, guys. I don't talk enough about things, you know.
sure.
No, it is tough. You don't need to say anymore.
Thanks. But day after tomorrow, out we go into the wilderness.
We're on. It's a date.
You spoken to Krunks yet?
This is our first stop.
First stop.
He doesn't come down here much. She gestures at the food and drink on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I know where you'll find him, no? Should we go have a chat?
Yeah.
I need the bathroom. You guys go ahead. I'll
go. I'll grab him by the arm.
Vulgo, give me a deception check.
Guidance.
I'll yank his arm so that he can't guide himself.
No concentrating.
Are you still detecting magic? Do you see him cast it?
Probably not. It's been too
That is... Oh, that's quite good. That's an 18.
Okay. You'll note that Lex sort of gives you a strange look, but says nothing. And she's like, well, we don't all have to go, I guess. Did you want to grab Baxter, though? Like, Baxter and Krunks get on pretty well. Maybe...
Oh, that would be great. I'd love to hear more about whatever it is they're hunting.
Oh, right. Yeah. That as well. Okay. Bat! She shouts across the canteen, like across 4 tables. Bat! Go over it!
Oh.
Baxter sort of heads on over and is like, oh, hey, guys.
Yo.
What's up? What's the plan? Thank you.
Del told us about your little hunt you want to go on.
Oh, yeah. Well, I want a bet with Bex, but she ain't coming anyway.
Well,
you wanted to
I
come.
think we might help her out with her thing, but I was interested in helping out Crocs. Or
Oh, Ace!
you.
Yeah, I can show you all about if we go hunting. What, a lot of you?
We're here, aren't we?
Yes,
Dylan
we're
said
a
it.
unit.
Not me.
Not
The whole
Dylan.
going out thing, you know.
He stays down here.
Yeah, Dylan always stays down here. Good luck with Krunks. I'm gonna get up to the game room. Maybe catch you for a game later? He looks over to Del.
Yeah, I'll catch you there.
Great. I'll be there. As always.
Gosh,
He feels like really despondent and
that
you know,
guy.
you guys are
he
all
needs
planning
to
a
see the
mission.
Fresh air.
We gotta go talk to Luvan and try to straighten this out.
Yeah, we should work
So,
that
just
out.
as Vulgo was
Next
trying
time
to
we're in
leave to the
tradition.
bathroom to avoid Krunks, and you mentioned go and have a chat with Lubon, I imagine he just disappears.
Oh yeah.
Vulgo, would you be trying to avoid joining in this conversation with Krunks?
Yes.
Lex will look to you. And, are you nervous? Your vital signs say so. You shouldn't be nervous. Krunks is a very nice person. Kind of.
See, it's like kind of that, you see, I said that I would...
Oh, no, he's very nice. He's just only kind of a person.
Well, I think he's a
one
person,
to
just like
talk,
I think
Lex.
you're a person. Wow.
Thank you for saying that, but we are different.
But you're
Krunks is
still
different too.
people.
Thank you. And so is
You're a
Krunks.
different kind of people.
If you're offering
But
to
you're
help
still-
him, he can only be interested.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
it
but
will
I
mend your
offered to
rift.
help him. I offered to help him before, and then I kind of went back on my word, and he might be a bit upset.
Many people here at the Collusion base who helped Krunks and didn't take the full deal. It might be okay.
Yeah, but not all of them bruise as easily as I do.
Krunks is not violent. I mean, not towards people here. You should go. It would do you good.
That's debatable. I really need to pee.
No, you don't.
Wow.
Body
Whose side are you on, Lex?
Your body signs are not showing that at all. In fact, your bladder is only a quarter full.
Well, I think your system might need updating or rebooting or whatever it is.
Great magic power.
Really good scanning abilities.
She,
Remind me to have conversation with you. This is impressive stuff.
Oh, you're talking from a really long way away. She's calling him outside the bathroom, but sure. She will. What is up to you?
I will. Yeah, no, we're all waiting outside the bathroom when Vulgo comes out. By the way, that's
We're waiting there.
I will reluctantly go with everyone, but I will be the back of the group, hiding behind everyone, despite being quite tall.
Vulgo, you're going to go in. You're going to investigate, abandon the wizard tower, but you don't want to have 5-minute awkward conversation. I mean, come on, you're sending mixed signals here.
What mixed signals?
You are being very brave to go investigate the abandoned wizard tower, but you're being very cowardly to not have 5-minute conversation.
There's something in it for me to investigate a tower. There's nothing in it for me to possibly be blown to smithereens.
Well, we unfortunately need Kronks to get to tower, so...
Yeah, Kronks wouldn't do that anyway.
Perhaps ask Mikayla for some courage.
Yeah, 5-minute awkward conversation or a multi-hour awkward car ride is sort of up to you.
Or how about this? I chill in my lamp for a couple of hours while you take me there, and then I'll come out inside of the tower and just avoid the whole thing completely.
No.
You got to make your own decisions if this is what you want.
Listen, Vulgo,
Good
once
work.
you
Work.
just get it over with quick, like a breakup. You ever broken up with someone? Just do it quick, and then, you ever,
You ever read a book 3/4 of the way through and then stop reading because it is too awkward for you?
No.
No, I don't understand.
Listen, guys. As much as we want Vulgo to grow a pair, so to speak, I think that in the interest of leaving soon, perhaps we shove him in the lamp.
Let's throw him in.
We'll work on it.
Long-term project. You mean to talk to Kronks? He's only... That's not that far. What's this about a lamp?
Let's go talk to him.
It's just a figure of speech.
I see. Alright, okay.
That's what he calls his room.
Right. That's totally normal. Right, come along, all of you. Let's go to Kronks.
It's not. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Aisha leads the way.
Yeah, I'll tag along in the back, but trying to blend into everyone else who's shorter than me.
But Baxter will lead you up to what looks like a sort of officey area, I guess. And there's lots of different screens and lots of different things going on. But Kronks is standing in the corner, and he is watching what looks like a fish tank.
Ooh, are they gaming in here? This room is awesome.
Sorry, what was that?
Is there the gaming in here?
No.
Gamer chairs.
When you look at all the computers, they all seem to be monitoring different things in Anesthesia. There's cameras, there's security cameras, internal and external, lots of other different things. And in the corner is this large aquarium, in which is a single small sea turtle. Very small. It's got a little
fish.
Sea turtle.
Oh, sea turtle. Okay, I heard that all as one word for some reason.
Sea turtle. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Sea turtle.
It's a sea turtle, and it has a little light attached to its back that's flashing. And Kronks is watching it absolutely engrossed. Behind him, you see a couple of people you've never met, just sat on computers typing away. Baxter ignores him and is, "Hey, Kronks!" Kronks sort of turns in. "Yeah? Oh, there's a lot of you. Right."
Hi, Kronks.
He turns back and looks at the turtle and, "I'll be back in a minute, sir." And he goes over to you guys and, "Well, what do I owe the pleasure?" And Baxter's like, well, we're going to help you kill that Quillsock. Well, in fact, we're going to do it for you, but we can't need a ride. Yeah, and if you could maybe take us to a couple of other places on the way, that'd be great. And Kronk's like, well, I ain't got a livery for 8 days. I think that's the transport. A lot of you?
If you're not too busy.
If we fit.
No, I ain't busy. Sam will be alright for a day or two. Where else
Is
we
that
going?
your turtle? Sam? Is that his name?
Yeah, kinda. That was not mine. He's his own person. But,
his own person.
well, one day. I'm growing him into a golem. You know?
What? You could do that?
No, not really. But I can. I got a friend. I think his name's Archibald, but I've got to check.
Wow. Incredible powers.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
how to
Archibald.
talk faster, please.
Oh yeah. That's the golem thing. That's not a turtle thing.
I've never met one.
Yeah, but basically, I got a friend. He calls himself a biomancer. He does some kind of, well, biomancy. It's he fucks with nature, you know. And I've put a bit of my power in to help him grow a bit bigger.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's only 8 weeks old right now. He's a grown.
What is with the light on his back?
Yeah, that's it's his heart monitor, kind of. It's monitoring magic and his heart rate and stuff, and it's a warning light, basically. Little device I'm all making. I'm a bit worried he might suddenly grow a bit too big for the tank, you know. Also, what if he becomes a land turtle before he is out to seawater, you know?
This would be awful. We'd rather go him on our hands.
I don't want to drown him.
I nudge Vulgo.
He looks up.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say that I'm currently, crouched down behind everyone, and I'm going to minor illusion a paper bag over my head.
Okay, he's crouching.
Give
Right,
me a
never mind.
Guidance!
Where did Vulgo go?
I've got a -1.
Pretty good.
That's a 17!
Okay. The woman who's typing at the desk sort of just looks down at you and... Right. Looks over at Kronks and the metal skeleton and his pet turtle. Looks over at you with a paper bag on your head. Can't decide which one's weird. Carries on with their job. Kronks doesn't notice you.
Come through here.
So where else you got to go?
Well, Vulgo here, and Brozzig looks around, doesn't see.
Oh, immediately called.
Oh, Vulgo.
He wanted you to. He wanted to go to visit some sort of broken down wizard tower.
Is this for Newton?
Yeah.
I've seen the maps. I can take you there. I've seen it once or twice while on the road. Could be interesting. I won't come in.
Thank you.
Oh.
You just hear a sheepish, thank you.
Most
from
welcome.
somewhere.
When we're leaving.
Well, Aisha has something to take care of tomorrow. So day after that.
Yeah, we'll get the what do you call them? The vehicles they use to explore like the moon and stuff, but like in Final Fantasy games.
A rover?
Sure, it's got another word. Like, I can't think what it's
An
called.
ATV, like an
Yeah,
all-terrain
that's what I
vehicle?
mean. Yes, it's an all-terrain vehicle. Yes, ATV is the word. I'm looking for.
All-terrain rover.
Yes, we'll get the
Yeah, it's
ATV.
more like
We've
a
got a nice big one. I think a lot of you want. Maybe we can keep up with the Kurzok that way. Bit of moving, shooting, you know. Things damn fast.
You know, Lex here also had some sort of. We're going to stop there too, right? Some sort of abandoned factory. Looking.
Actually, it's a laboratory. And a workshop. It's only a short way out of town, about an hour's walk from the gate, so we'll be able to get there nice and quickly. But if we could stop there, I'd much appreciate it. Right.
So
right,
maybe like
right,
two,
yeah,
maybe
sure.
like two stops. Yes.
See, you're gonna need to overnight in there. We got one of those. I'll see if I can get a pocket home from Grilza. They're like pop-up rooms today. They're pretty rare though, she might say no. If not, we can camp it out in the wild. Or we can make maybe make camp in this tower of yours.
Okay. So we'll get supplied up tomorrow.
Now, Kronks, would you recommend we go to tower first? We hit the factory first to show me what's on the map. What do you think is most efficient?
On the way out, we'll pass this laboratory of your friends, so we can do that on the way out or the way back. Not too bother. The hunting area for the Quillzogs sort of all down here. We might find another way. I don't think we go looking for it. We go hoping for it, you know.
Yeah. Anything else you tell us about Quill Talk?
Yeah. What kind of creature is that?
Super
tougher than rat.
Yeah, definitely. Probably tougher than one of you, but as a group we can corner around. You know? Big problem is they move pretty fast, and they can be super poisonous. I'll speak to Bex about getting some antidotes before we go. She's pretty good on that stuff.
Great.
You're all geared up for proper fighting, right?
Yeah, Vulgo just got Wand of Binding. That may be a big help in slowing down.
I don't have a fucking clue what that is.
Oh, yeah. Right, Vulgo? Brozzig shouts and looks around, doesn't see him anywhere.
Well, I hope he found his magic.
I don't know where he went.
I know mine got chased away, but that's perfectly normal. It's okay. You tell him when you find him that it's quite okay. I understand, and we're still friends.
He's very nervous to talk to you. You told him you are a cool guy. We'll be fine.
Brozzig, you're blowing up his spot like that.
I'm all about the honesty, you know.
It comes with the medal, you know. I can be a bit intimidating, I know. But you tell that Vulgo that it's all fine and all good.
Oh, we see
Kronks,
him.
you're a big softy.
Oh yeah, that's me. Very soft.
Oleg said you were made of metal, but had many soft feelings, and he was correct.
That's me. But yeah, we can go ahead. You guys ever need transport? I'll always help out when I can. Time to argue with Goron. Get myself an ATV out. I'll go have that chat. And 2 days. We leave at 8 a.m. sharp. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like mornings?
No, but it's all right.
How about 8:30?
Okay, thank you for your leniency.
he thinks he's giving you a lion, but like you got to remember this guy doesn't sleep. Really know about tired or not instead of I'll catch you all later. I will ask, do you want to spend tomorrow going to the medical university?
Ooh, that's a fun idea. Yeah.
Yes. I think that's a good idea.
Let's go to college.
So first of all, take 15 experience points for securing the mission, and so 10 for securing the mission, and it is 5 for discovering sound.
Ooh.
You can crack away the rest of the day, sort of chilling. It's already 5 or 6 o'clock. By the time you've had all these conversations and gone around the place and secured all the things and whatever. I have actually really cricked my neck, sorry. My cameras are on the right-hand screen. Instead of turning my chair, I've been turning my neck. And literally, I just want to go crack, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys can get a meal, chill out in the games room, shoot the shit. Is there anything specific that anybody is looking to roleplay?
No, I just walk around knocking things out of people's hands, like a bully in high school. The whole
Nice.
But yeah, about 7:30 in the evening, Alia is going to seek out. I'll give him a minute. Before that happens, you guys will hear from Aegalon, Aisha's brother. Sort of, hey, I How'd Aisha talk to you about tomorrow? I really appreciate your support. She took Ma's death real hard. Dad was not so nice. She was very on her own after her mum went. And it was just her and her mum for a long time, you know?
Deeply, yes.
She never got on well with my dad after the fact. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you are there for her now, though.
Yeah, exactly.
For now. But if anything happens to me, I'll be glad that she's got some people looking out for her. Insight for you, Brozzig. I think you're the only person with over 11, is that correct? Passive?
Yeah.
And the only person
Passive
with proficiency?
insight. Mhm.
That one rolled.
Cool.
Uh,
What did you get?
nat 20, baby.
Wow.
You can tell that he is saying this in a way that he's kind of expecting something to happen to him. So.
That he thinks he's gonna die. I mean,
Not
happened to her,
die,
happened
but
to him.
him. He thinks
he's gonna.
he thinks he's gonna be
gone.
away for some reason or something. I sort of, I'll be glad that I've got you an out for.
You speak like someone who is planning on leaving, or planning on not being here
Planning?
for too much
Never.
longer.
But there are some risks I've got to take. Brozzig, I've heard it that you're a family guy, but family first. No, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Hmm?
Aisha's dad was an arsehole. Her stepdad, she didn't take well to, but he's my dad. And he's dying. Well, not externally, but internally. Every time I visit, he remembers less. He struggles more with the day-to-day. Sometimes he forgets where he's going or what's happening around him. Sometimes, he loses track of days, places. That is not what I'm looking for, thank you. We didn't have a fight with him, sorry. If we could afford an implant for him to remember stuff, then, he'd stay present. But we're losing him every day. And I don't know what else to do. So, after Aisha's mission, I'm going to take my own risks. Because a victory for my dad is the biggest victory I could win.
Talking about stealing implant or stealing money to get implant.
There's some people I know down in Perdition that if I take this risky job, pull it off, and then pay is good enough, we can save him. But if the job
You
goes
do not tell.
sideways,
You do not tell Aisha about this at all.
closer to the day, I'll tell her I'm going to take the risk. Truth be told, I need some time before. I need to be close to the day before she can talk me out of it. I'm scared, I'm scared. But you're going to look after her if I'm gone, yeah? All of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're different from the other guys here. All of you. More real, more. Everybody's caught up in what the collusion means and fighting politics. Doing what's right. People forget sometimes to be friends too.
Egalon, we are friends here, and you need to ask your friends for help. This is not something you need to do on your own. You just have to
Whenever I
ask.
smile, and I couldn't have someone else's blood on my hands. And you're nice guys, but you're not fighters. Maybe in a few years.
Years.
But
Well, you can't postpone this mission
Nice.
a little bit.
my dad's not good years. I'm not going alone. I've got a team. They're just not from here.
Oh.
I think you've met some of them.
In different tradition.
They're Shift's old team.
Mm.
With Nyla. That's how I got to know them. I asked Matter if there's anything I could do to raise the money. She said she had this risky job. That one of our teams was taking it, but that's a 50-50 of making it through.
You know, Nyla is pretty hardcore. You know that. You know the crew that she runs with.
There are things worse than death, that's for sure, but this mission ends one way or the other, dead or alive.
I think Brozzig. No, go ahead.
Go on, no, you first, please.
He will put my hand on his shoulder and just say,
It's quite a reach. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. Break the tension up.
Brozzig steps upon a chair, puts his hand on his shoulder. He says, it is honorable what you are doing for your family, for your father.
It's the right thing to do. That's what the Collusion's about, right? The right thing to do. Now, you'll stay alive till at least next week, yeah?
I will do my best.
And if you're traveling with Baxter, be a little wary. He's a strong fighter, but sometimes he forgets not everyone can keep up.
Thank you for the warning. We will keep an eye on my small crew here.
Do that. Thanks, guys.
And of course, we will not mention this to Aaliyah.
Or
Or
Aisha.
Aisha.
We will not mention this to anybody.
Nope.
He sort of nods his head and heads off, and I'm going to return to Oleg, who I was about to accost when Renee came into the room. Something much more chirpy. About 7:30, 8 o'clock, you get accosted in the corridor by Aaliyah. She's like, wait! I had an idea. I don't know if it's going to work.
Go on.
I can't really tell you. I kind of got to show you.
Lead the way.
Okay. She's going to take you to the training room. And she shows you this little sort of swirling portal. She's like, so this here is an acceleration chamber. I didn't do anything. I had nothing to do with it. Well beyond me. But I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
The crystals, right? There's one that's not in use right now. The obsidian one on the end, and she'll show you the one on like the fifth knuckle. She's like, I think it might be able to store just a tiny bit of that.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
I don't know if it's... It might break the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Might break the acceleration chamber a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just run away real fast and pretend we weren't here. But it could result in some super cool powers. Like speeding stuff up, slowing it down, and all that sort of stuff. Could be kind of cool. And I just thought, I kind of heard that you're going out to do a thing, and like, I know you're not going to cover the crystal mines yet, but at some point you might. And also, like, I hear that you guys are going out on mission, and I just thought maybe if you had a little more to help you with, then...
All right, let's give it a shot.
I kind of really want to try it too. And you can't help but remember that little thing that Goron said about Aisha always tries things and then looks at how they work or broke.
Oleg respects that for sure.
Mm.
So.
And Lenny sort of swings out onto your shoulder and is like, ready? Let's see what happens.
Stay close.
And
I have to pull my ass out of here.
Yeah, she'll be like, so I think what you do is just kind of reach the glove out and just sort of touch the acceleration circle with the gem, and then I don't know, maybe like do some focus stuff, maybe think hard against it.
How is that all?
Maybe while you're doing that, I'll create a safety chamber. So if something does go wrong, I'll yank you out, and hopefully the glove will come too.
This sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, 1 second. And then she is going to reach to her belt, and she's going to pull a little sort of thin cord out and tie it around the railings. And then she's going to walk up to where you are, and she's got a rappel, basically, holding her in place, so that if she grabs you and takes her feet off the ground, she's going to fly to the railing. And she will sort of pat you on the shoulder and go, well, good luck.
I'll look back at Lenny and make sure that he's between the two of us to like bridge the gap if need be.
He's sort of got his hand on the back of your collar, and then his other arm is like stretched to her, and you can see he's shaking a little bit. He's just excited. He's not nervous in the slightest.
I'll reach out as far as I can, almost dislocating my shoulder to do so, and I will very carefully try to touch this, whatever it is.
As you do so,
swirling portal of energy with
you feel an unerring urge to leap full-bodied into it. But you hold yourself in place and just think, no, that's not what I'm here to do. And you see the gem sort of slowly sort of pulse with this vague light, and I need you to make an intelligence save for me, please.
A save?
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Oh no. It's an 8.
Okay. Bear with me a second. I just need to pull something up. And as you sort of reach in, she will sort of reach out to you and just focus real hard. And she's gonna flash of genius you. Make that a 13.
Oh.
And as you sort of steadfastly hold onto it, it swells, and then you get this image in your mind of, do you remember when you walked down the hyperspace black tunnel in Perdition, and you were walking really slowly, but the world was moving really fast? And you sort of try and move with it. And I need an Arcana check, please.
It's a bit better. That's a 23.
Okay. Yeah, you sense that the magic is trying to sort of engulf you, and you turn your focus to almost pushing it into the gem. And then finally, as you reach your hand out, you sort of note that maybe this is slightly beyond your grasp. Give me a spell attack roll, please.
A spell attack.
As you're trying to push this magic away.
That's a 19.
Okay. So there's a moment where you realize the gem is full to bursting, and all you have to do is break the connection. And you sort of push it out with your mind, but then suddenly you'll feel yourself almost pulled into the acceleration chamber. And as you begin to sort of move into it and start to move around, Lenny's stretching further apart like this, and suddenly she's just going to grab you and let go of her grapple hook, and the two of you fly backwards. And you are going to cast a spell without even intending to. How exciting is that?
Oh, wow.
And I believe the spell is called Accelerate.
Mm.
No, Adrenaline. That's the one.
Adrenaline.
It's probably got a TDP in front of it.
Let's have a look. Yep.
Yeah.
Choose a willing creature that you can see within range. Until the beginning of your next turn, this target speed is doubled and gains +2 bonus to AC.
Yeah, and suddenly you touch yourself and you like run almost too quickly and catch her on the back of the rails and then stop. She stops and whoa. Hi.
That was exhilarating.
Yeah, and a little real risky, wasn't it?
Was it?
You just hear a voice up from the top of, yes, it was. Do you have any idea how difficult it was to put that in place? What kind of magic you're messing with? How many times have I told you, Alia? Pace yourself, and if you're in doubt, get the expertise of either myself or Goran. What are you thinking? If you had trapped that whole chamber in there, you guys could have been sent back in time.
Wow.
Who is this speaking, by the way?
Eliana, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
She stood on the railing, sort of looking down at you, and she's got like angry mum face on right now. She just looks to Alia and to you. And that being said, I'll finally commission that mission. If you can do that with the crystals, We need some more of them.
Ooh.
I'll put a task team together. You'll go a couple of weeks, maybe a bit earlier. I'll see what I can do. Nolly is yes, really quietly behind her. Back and
I'll flash her a wink, Alia.
Yep, and she sort of Eliana looks down at you and how long have you been here, Oleg? 3 days?
Yeah, if that.
Give it a week before you break anything, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Especially if you don't know how to fix it. I heard about your work with the transport. Everyone's proud of you. We'll get you some.
Thank you.
We'll get you some materials to experiment with if you want.
That would be welcome.
Away from Alia. She smiles and Alia, she hates me. Really quietly. And Eliana, like she literally whispers it. Eliana's like 200 feet away and just says, "No, I don't. Just think you take unnecessary risks." Anyway, pair of you, pack yourselves off. This will allow you not only to cast adrenaline, but also to do things like long strider and jump. And expeditious retreat. Perhaps even catapult if you fast forward something and later enhance projectile, or even phase run. Anything that in the Artificer level 1 table messes about with movement and speed, however the hell you want to flavor it. I'm sure later it'll turn into haste. You can do a thing with it. But I think as you absorb your new magic, we will end there. We come to the timeless tradition of MVPs. And I will start by saying that, Josh, whilst you might have missed a little bit of some other people's activities, your recap was excellent. And I will start with Mikayla for the MVP.
I think my MVP will probably be that the little training interaction between Vulgo and Newton. I thought that was just like very funny and also like sweet and true to life, of like his awkward coaching, like being taught by someone who is also unconfident. It was
very much the anxiety twins at work trying to get like,
he was like,
literally, he was like,
either. No, I think you need to do this, but always like not saying anything with any confidence.
Yeah, everyone's great.
Yeah.
That's super fun. Rico.
I obviously enjoyed all of the character building and subclass exploration with Oleg. That was super cool, meeting Alia and Gorm and stuff. But strangely, I think my MVP for this session goes to Josh. And whether he's doing it purposely or inadvertently, the fact that Vulgo was sort of like finding his confidence a little and sort of like pushing the edge of being a little pushy and being less timid basically is interesting to see.
He can't be more timid. He won't be in the building.
It's fade away.
More decisive, certainly. Definitely more decisive.
Yes, more decisive. More decisive is a good way to put it. Yes.
Yeah, I think because he has a way of protecting him, not really in his magic, because his magic doesn't really protect him apart from like going inside the lab, but because he has a connection to someone who's powerful who can protect him, he's then trying to like find other ways to keep him in good terms with him, and that means doing these things. But yeah, he still very quickly retreats backwards into his shell.
Of course.
Yeah. But
I mean, yeah, it was a nice subtle thing that you did there that I appreciate it.
Pat.
I'm giving it to James this week. Putting my DM hat on, the Power Glove Artificer, this whole like sort of weaving how he casts his spells from this glove with the gems and everything, I think is a great way to do it for this type of campaign where it's a lot of item-based, technological-based type of stuff, and I thought it was a really smart way to approach it. So I enjoyed the whole Power Glove and all the spell learning mechanics.
Thank Joda.
I think that's cool.
Because originally he was going to do an Artificer where everything was no, it's not Joda, it's Miyago. Miyago was he played an Artificer where everything was mechanical and he had fireflies as he was a Warforged. And I really took that idea and sort of wanted to condense it down to something that Oleg could carry. It's another great DM and player passing the clever on. But yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Josh.
Yeah, mine goes to what just happened with Oleg and the experiment. It was very cool. Very cool to see him like expanding on what he knows and all of that stuff. And I really liked Eliana then coming in at the end and being like, "What the fuck are you kids doing? It's 11 o'clock. She's got hair rollers in and like a face mask on."
That is kind of
like,
how
"What
I
are
pictured
you
it without the
doing?"
hair rollers. But yeah, she's always pristine. But it is very much like she's a couple of millenniums old, so everybody's a kid to her, and it's just like, for goodness sake, what are they up to now? Like, and you can just imagine how many generations of idiots she's had to go through. And yeah, she's a little tired of everyone. I've got a few silly ones. I really like Josh. You talking about him having more recoil on his firebolt than you have on Eldritch Blast because of Paisley's shouting in her room.
That was good, actually.
Pat, I love the way that you can't say banana in your accent. Every other word was great, but banana just sort of sounded like you were slightly angry. Banana. It was what came out, and I was just like, that's great, I love it. And that whole scene of hitting a banana with a stick when somebody said, "What have you learned today?" was just absolutely idiotic. And
I told you, Brozzig's a visual learner, and a visual teacher. Apparently.
Yeah, and the whole situation with like holding the banana in the mage hand, and I've just got this image of Alia and Pell stood next to each other going, "That's not why we taught them that." So that was really beautiful and fun. But actually, Pat, I did give you an inspiration, a D6 in a moment. The interaction with what is his name? Agalon. Agalon.
Yes, Argon.
I mean, to me, I think that his story is quite sad anyway. But really honing in on that family essence of Brozzig, it was, for me, a really beautiful moment where I like to engage in the more serious and the more dramatic occasionally. And you really let me run with it. So.
A lot of people are dumping their trauma on Brozzig. He is a very good listener, apparently. So it's
it comes with a charisma of 6 or
Yeah.
5, 6. What is it? 5?
it's 5 now. Went up
Yeah.
1. It's 5.
Yeah, it's 5 now from 4. I think people are interpreting that as he's a great listener. It turns out that he just isn't very good at speaking back. But they're taking it that way. But no, I really, really enjoyed that moment. I thought it was so precious. And yeah, that is where we're going to end though. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.